Here we are, another DVD update and slash review. And I went to Monster Media yesterday. You might have seen the video. If you didn't, you just check it out. But when I was there, I picked up the box set for Class of Nuke'Em High, and I saw part one. It was always like one of my favorite B movies. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I never saw 2 and 3, so I picked them up and I watched all of them in the last day, and I'm going to review them. I actually lost my copy of part 1. But first one is Class of Nuke'Em High. This one's still sealed. I seen it a few years back. And it's pretty much about this gang, the Creatines, I believe they're called. They're buying, they're dealing drugs in their school, and they're buying it from a radioactive, they're growing on like this radioactive plant. And when they smoke it, like people in the school start like getting messed up and everything. It's because it's like right near like the radiation plant. But this movie is one of my favorite movies ever made. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the best movies. Trauma. Lloyd Kaufman had to do with the directing of this. I think this is why this is my favorite one in the series. And this is just an awesome movie. It's from 1986. Great trauma movie. If you've never seen this, definitely pick this one up. The next one we have is Class of Nuke'Em High 2, Subhumanoid Meltdown. This one is there's like this, the star. This is this real jack guy, Brick Bronsky, I believe his name is. And this one's not directed by Lloyd Kaufman. That's why this one's not as good as the first one. The first one, I don't know what it is about it. It's the feeling, everything. It's just like the comedy's like right on. This is a good movie, but it's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the first one. The first one is up there with Toxic Avenger. I actually think it's a little bit better. It's probably my favorite trauma movie. But this one's it's a good film. Some of the comedy is a little bit off in it, but if you're into trauma movies, check this one out too. The girl who is in this, she has like the real gigantic hair. Lisa Gay, her name is. She was in Toxic Avenger Part 3. This series actually reminds me of Toxic Avenger because Part 1 is like really good, and I also like the sequels of Toxic Avenger. Part 2 is good, and so is Part 3, but Part 2 and 3 have the same feel as Part 2 and 3 in this series. But here's 3. This is probably my least favorite of the series, but I still liked it. It wasn't a bad movie. Well, it's a very, very B movie. If you're into exploitation B films, check this out. These are from the 90s. Part 2 is from 91, and this one's from 94. This takes place right after Part 2. Part 2 is the guy Brick Bronsky, and he just pretty much, it's like this. It's like he has to fight off all the different things that's occurring. Part 2, the subhumanoids are these girls that are made to clean your house and everything, and they start melting down these little monsters. This big rat comes, and he's trying to like save the day. This one's about Brick Bronsky. He plays 3 parts in this movie. He plays the mayor, who is the guy from the first one, and he has a son who is a star of this one, who is played by him, and there's the evil twin, who is also played by him with black hair. And this one takes place exactly after Part 2, and it's pretty much about him trying to take down the evil twin. And she's not in the box, but the same lady, Lisa Gay, she's trying to do the subhumanoid thing again, and he's trying to take them down. But altogether, the series is a great series. Pick up the box set. I got it from the Trauma stand yesterday. Lloyd Kaufman signed it for me. So yeah, I would just support Trauma. He said he wanted me to do a review for his movie, so I thought I'd post this up. But yeah, Class of Nuke'Em High 3. It's my least favorite in the series, but it's still not a bad film. If you're into trauma movies, but definitely check them out. If you're into trauma films, check out 2 and 3. If you're into B movies, but any film watcher, I would number 1. Number 1, so it's a great movie. Part 1. It's on my top list of one of my favorite movies ever made. I haven't seen it in a few years, and I'll probably go back and watch it again. That copy's still sealed, but I had a copy, and I don't know what happened to it. I lost it, so that's why I just decided to just rebuy the box set. But if you like this, please subscribe, and I'm going to have more DVD updates. I'm working on a script right now for a movie about this. It's actually in like a theme, like a trauma movie about a guy, like he snorts cocaine and starts turning him into a zombie and everything. He's like in the mafia. And I'm working on that. If you watch the Monster Mania video, you got Kid Tori in that, my friend. he's going to be in it with me, along with another person. But that's what I'm working on right now, working on these. I'm trying to figure out a way to get footage on the computer so I could do some more of the obscure movie reviews, and then I'll have some of them up and these DVD updates still going. But thank you for watching. If you like these, please subscribe.